Wrestlingus show.
Here we back, boy.
Wrestlingus show.
Fuck those we annoy.
Wrestlingus show.
Too hard for the meat.
Wrestlingus show.
On the air every week.
It's the Wrestlingus show, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another fun-filled, action-packed show to talk to you about what is going on in the world of wrestling. If you are watching on video, you are seeing quite the spectacle. We shouldn't even tell people, Faust. I'm not even going to tell people because they need to see video and sign up because this is... It's insane is what's going on. I'm looking at the video like, what the fuck is happening in the background? There you go, bro. This will just drive everybody out of their minds on audio because no clue what the fuck is going on. So, anyway, we're back, Faust. And you know what I was thinking? So this is our review of WWE this time, right?
Is that what we're doing?
This one.
It's Tuesday, so yeah.
How about this? This is a first time ever, Faust, what we will be doing. You know how when there is a special event,
right?
Both of them are on the same weekend. We are going to have when the worlds collide. That's what we should call it, Faust. When the worlds collide.
Because AEW's
don't they have a Worlds Collide this week?
Sunday night, right?
It's Sunday, and WWE is
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, 10 a.m.
Sunday night.
So, yeah, we have Clash at the Castle, and then we have... Is it All In or All Out?
All Out.
Okay. I would have said All In. Yeah, so we're going to do those reviews together, which has never been done. It's it's like putting soy sauce on a tamale, Faust. We have a clash of cultures.
So then we're going to do SmackDown, Clash.
Oh.
Because we got those shows
yeah, we
too.
do. You know what?
We should probably
we're gonna have
them.
SmackDown Rampage and Clash. And holy shit, Faust. There's going to be a hell of a show. This is going to be a wild show. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's going to be airing for everybody on Monday. But right now, we're going to give you the rundown of SmackDown and Monday Night Raw. And we're going to see what happens there. Good Lord, what's going on here? You can't even see so close. Look at it. Here, this is what I'll give you. Looking to come right up. The poor people of audio have no idea what the hell's going on. Okay, Faust, let's continue. This is why people have the Godfather Plus. SmackDown. Rico versus Corbin. I always write down Rico. I'm like sitting here, Ricochet.
Richard O'Shea.
Richard O'Shea, brother of Ice Cube, as you well know. Before the match, Corbin goes, there's no way this douche beats me twice. That's a fluke. He's not going to beat me twice, so I assume he gets beat. Okay, so I'm assuming. The announcers are very... This is interesting, Faust. They're super complimentary to Corbin. Do you notice this? It is more than a little bit. All the skills in the world. He's really good. He's just more worried about the crowd yelling at him, not concentrating. It was a lot of this, and I'm like, okay, so he's going to get distracted by the crowd. And he does a lot of it in this match, yelling at the crowd. Yeah. Corbin loses. McAfee goes Madden Telestrator.
But it's not good.
It's bad.
Like he's having problems
Cole's
with
laughing. I'm like, this is a mess.
It probably sounded like good in theory, but then like he's trying to circle Corbin's head.
And he moved his head.
Yeah.
Come on, like, cameraman, get me in the... Stay right there. All right.
Since when is Ricochet wearing Jordans?
Yeah, now he's purple Jordaned out, right?
I'm like, enough with everybody wearing J's. Like,
and yeah, it's
Bella, Carmella,
it's
Bucks,
regular
Shane.
shoes. You notice that it's
well, Corbin wasn't wearing his Vans. The last few weeks we've seen him wearing his fucking skater shoes.
I just think for ankle support, you wear a boot. God damn it.
Yeah.
Even though remember Owen like bent his? That was horrible.
Oof.
Yeah, that thing whole folded sideways. The Blacks are all friends, apparently, Faust, because now in the back, Street Profits meet Hit Row. It sounds like a joke. Street Profits and Hit Row go meet in a bar.
I was going to say, you almost wrote pretty much what I wrote in the notes for this segment. I just said, Street Profits run into Hit Row. What do they have in common? They black? Nope. They all about that money.
and it's a lot of ho-de-do stuff. It's
they look at each other like, oh, like they're looking at their skin.
Yeah, like hey,
oh,
you're black, so am I.
There's 5 people here that are black.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. So I'm like, okay, that's what's going on here. All right, this is good. Okay. Now we get a package on Drew. Like I said would happen during this video. Somebody throw something at me? This package, we got a package on Drew, part 1. Okay. Yeah, I always wanted to be a wrestler. Okay, we get that.
Yeah, I mean, good. We get a
We've
nice
seen
little retrospective. But did you notice how much makeup Drew had on his face? Like when they're showing him sitting there in the studio and he's talking, it's like, oh yeah, when I came. His
but because
face
it
is
goes
all
straight
orange.
into black.
Yeah,
That's the problem. Yeah.
because you can see his regular skin under, but then you see like the orange, like makeup,
Trump makeup.
painted on. It's kind of what it looked like.
Trump McIntyre running one. Karrion Kross then talks in the back, and his wife's titties are about out.
Oh yeah, they were like in the rafters. They were
This
like
looks
on
okay.
the promenade level. I don't know where they were.
Yeah, it's weird
The arena
because
was in the background, but it was black and white.
It was
the
black
ring
and
in color.
yeah, it's in black and white. I said,
She
okay,
liked to show off a titty.
and his boss liked that spot, Faust.
I mean, she's on OnlyFans, but she says it's tasteless. I mean, sorry,
Oh.
tasteful.
It's full of taste, Faust. I love that people would actually pay. What are you paying for? Her in a bikini? Like you can't find this somewhere? Good God. Oh, she responds to me, Oh, we're friends. Okay.
Listen, wrestling fans.
Yeah. It's interesting up close with the veneers and it's a whole rigmarole, Faust. It's like I said when the kid comes out from Peyton Royce, they're gonna go, who? What? They're gonna go. It looks just like. Wait a minute. It looks like the dad. I think they're gonna accuse Sean Spears of cheating because it's not gonna look like her at all. Last chance, Faust. It's the fatal 4-way. And what's funny is they're fighting again tonight. So it's a hell of a. All right, it's like just let's just shoehorn somebody in this pig.
It was funny because the ring announcer even got tongue-tied. She goes, "The next match is
oh yeah, you hear the pause.
Last chance, fatal 4-way."
Oh God. So we have. Let's see. We have Shitzy and a woman wearing a table on her head with a tablecloth.
Yeah,
that's the first.
That was a lampshade. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. It looked like a table to me with the apron on it. Then we get plastic woman in the nose. The shit gimmick in the waterbed. And then the duck lip platypus and I have a job because I'm related to The Rock. These are your if you could decipher who is who, Faust, that's good enough.
Nikki and Dewdrop and Dana and Tamina don't even get interested, so I'm like, well, they're not winning.
Faust, I wrote to you after this match. I texted you. Me and Faust, we text on the side. We have each other's phone numbers. And I message him and I go, Dana is fucking garbage. She should be fired immediately. I was angry.
Did you text me when she was trying to climb the ropes?
No, I texted you the suplex. Where I think she broke Nikki's fucking legs. I would still like to know, is Nikki fucked up? Because Nikki grabbed that fucking leg because she over-rotates. She doesn't go, let me slowly just lofting suplex back because everyone's here to catch. She dynamite kid the motherfucker. Snap suplex, snap your legs. She snapped her over so far she nearly landed on top of Nikki with a flip over. I'm like, what the fuck? And so Nikki's legs go under and behind the pile.
Yeah.
People think they're going to call me for work. What are you, out of your mind?
You're doing your other job right now.
Yeah, and what's funny is they left a voicemail and I call right back. But it's an over-rotation over the back of the people that are catching her.
Right.
So they all fall, but she's now feet underneath them. And she grabbed her leg like, God damn, like snap, You're like,
yeah, it
fuck.
looked like she heard it for real.
Yeah.
You did see her grab it.
Yeah,
right
otherwise,
away.
why would you even grab it? Yeah, and she gets thrown in, and I'm waiting for her to, rub some dirt on it, kid, and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah, Sonya just picks her up, throws her in, and 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's it. And the nose wins.
That was interesting because Zaya and Shotzi were the only team that actually did double team moves. Like they actually look like a team because they did spots. The other ones didn't do
Meanwhile, let's just put these two together that have fucking
just throw them
zero. Nobody has anything to do with each other.
All they had to, they could just, say something like they do with Raquel and Aaliyah later. Oh, they've been friends for 4 years at the Performance Center.
The only ones were Nikki and Doudrop that were like, they've been talking as a team for a little bit.
Right.
Otherwise, it's here.
I mean, they tried to shoehorn Toxic Attraction, and that didn't work.
Yeah. That at least they were a team, even though they're not there. Video package of Shayna, and they're showing her breaking Eva's arm and fucking Nia's arm, which is interesting as hell. I go, wow, okay. I said, maybe if I can bring, you know what? They should bring Eva back. I mean, it's a heat getter like a motherfucker. Just do it. Sheamus is now talking in the ring how he's going to win the IC title. Gunther shows up.
Yeah, I like that Sheamus mentioned everybody that he's beat, including Triple H. And I thought this was funny because remember the rumors back in the day about Sheamus? Because they used to say, the only reason Sheamus is getting a push is because he's Triple H's workout buddy. And not Triple H is running things. So it's like, Sheamus is another guy that's going to benefit.
There you go. If that helps. Okay, so Gunther shows up. They both get on face-to-face now. And I'm like, Faust, I'm actually looking forward to this match because it is going to be, let's punch each other in the face.
It's going to be a good old-fashioned Donnybrook.
A slobber knocker fest.
Did you notice Walter, I'm like, whoa, he has less of an accent in this promo. He was talking normal.
Yeah, people could understand. They were doing the what at first and then said, no, we can understand him.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed, Faust, because now I'm looking at this like it's Aubrey in the ring. Mm-hmm. And it's Butch back and forth. And it's back and forth. The whole I'm like, this Ridge Rockwell's got to be fucking worn out.
Yeah.
He got, all right, don't go attack anyone. Don't go attack anyone. And then he goes and attacks Adolf over in the fucking corner.
Yeah, this was like Moxley and Tanahashi a couple months ago, where they're just staring at each other, where Walter and Sheamus are just staring at each other. The three are fighting.
The whole time. They're just beating the shit. And then it's the other one's turn. Rockwell's fighting, and they're rolling around for a while. So everybody's rolling. They just stare at each other the whole fucking time. Okay. And then it's, all right, easy boy. They put their hand back. Okay, good. Is this where the Roman and Sammy segment is? Because I forgot to write it down, and I'm assuming this is where it was. Am I wrong?
I have Natalya and Sonya. They're talking, and then you see Doudrop and Nikki Ass. They're arguing in the back. So maybe they'll finally break up.
See, I don't even notice these background and it's probably because when I see what I'm watching in the first place, I don't care. So I'm not going to be attentive to it. I'm like, whatever. Next is the Roman and Sammy.
Next, Bailey and Kai and Sky.
Boy, I didn't write it down.
I'm like, they didn't have to buy tickets this week. They just show up.
Yeah. Okay.
And they have to sit front row.
All right. Did anything happen with Sammy and Roman? Explain it to me, because I didn't even write it down in my notes.
With the whole segment where Sammy knocks on Roman's door and then Jimmy comes out, does the handshake.
Okay, yes, there you go. Yeah, and one's pissed off, one's not. It's always...
I love it. Good cop, bad cop. Love it.
It really is good. Anything else you want to say about that before I move on?
Just Sammy says, I would have won last week if I didn't get hurt. And then Jay's like, yeah, but you still lost. And then you hear Roman, who's that?
Yeah,
who's out there?
I
Sammy.
totally thought he wasn't really going to be there. And that was, I totally thought it was just recording. And then I'm like, oh, he's there.
I'm just laughing at Sammy. Oh, hey, Tribal Chief. Yeah, it's me.
It's so fucking good. I got such a theory, Faust. I'm going to be brilliant. When we get to Raw, I have a theory, and you could call me Austin, baby. It's going to be fucking beautiful. And you're going to hear what I have to say.
So Roman says, I need a favor. He needs Sammy to keep Drew occupied tonight. Sammy says, yeah, I'll get in his hand. I'll get in his head. And I'll even do a dance while I'm in there. And then he does the handshake again with Jimmy.
Yeah.
And then he leaves.
The slappy hands. Okay. Tag team tournament. This is Gonzalez and Nahoop versus Natty and Sonya, who just had a fucking 4-way match. I'm not going to come in the ring. Fuck. All right, let's go. And Bailey's on commentary. We get the Chingao bomb. The good guys win, of course.
Yes, it
Thanks
was
for coming.
basically a handicap match because Aaliyah, this will become a recurring theme, gets taken out and she's like gone for half the match.
She's for
And then
throwing
it's
up.
yeah, probably throwing up soup. And then Raquel wins, and then all of a sudden, Aaliyah, like, I guess she's recovered. She runs in, jumps to celebrate. Even Bailey says, "Oh, there's Aaliyah. Very convenient."
Maximum male models are in the back, Faust. You know what? It's really hard because in my notes, I write MMM. So I go, what did I write? In back. And then I go, oh, okay.
You know, Mandy wasn't on the show. Why was I?
In back and hit row. What? Oh, maximum male models in the back. Hit row music from the trail. Like they're fucking. This trailer's playing that hit row song
That's what I said.
with neon lights. Yeah, listen to your own
to their
shit.
own theme music.
Faust, I drive down Boulevard over here. Welcome to the Lingus Mafia podcast. I stroke around, Faust. I drive around. I go, listen to me. That's me in there, ladies and gentlemen.
Wrestlingus show. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're back, boy.
I pull up to the light. What you say? I look as hip as Sammy dancing, coming out with the Usos. Faust. That's
Yeah.
another story. They don't like this maximum or the hit row music. They're gonna the Lotharios come by and they say,
Yeah, well, Maxine went to go.
she goes
fetch
to find
them.
some. Yeah. A bit of a this is great, Faust. The commercial that comes on.
Oh, what was it?
Smoking's bad for you. Throw away
is
your
this the
cigarettes.
AJ one?
This is Drew McIntyre.
Oh, okay. I think I skipped over
The AJ one is, hey, nickels are into your lungs, and
Right.
I'll sign the belt for the champion. Oh, you shouldn't. And the guy goes, you're right to the garbage. Just that quick. I go, fuck, you quit that easy. Faust, I wish they did that. Like my commercial, I sit there, I have a cheeseburger. They go, listen, fatso. I go, why? Why? And I go like this, right? You're right to the trash. So this one is, he looking for something, Paul, and I like it. Just says cigarettes. I love that. I love a generic cigarette. Cigarettes. It's like a beer. What was that movie, Faust, with that
was
Greg
just
made
trying
us
to
watch
think
with
of
the
that.
label beer, where he's an alien or whatever.
Weird zombie one, I think. Well, not zombie.
No,
Alien? Yeah,
he's an alien.
aliens.
That one. So I go, okay, Drew. You better not smoke. This is bad for you. Drew smokes, Faust. Drew smokes. I started laughing my ass. I go, fucking Drew smokes. What the fuck is this?
Look at Big Show next. And Sandman.
Yeah, Keith Hernandez will be okay, New Day is now in there. Oh, meanwhile, this is where Maxine brings back the Lotharios. They have spray paint.
Right.
And
'cause
boy,
that's racist.
boy, am I going to get to this spray paint after this, too, Faust.
Oh, boy.
New Day in the ring. Woods is in a wheelchair.
Pat says,
fucking
glad
blanket.
to see them back after the funeral last week.
I love that it's like, I'm in a wheelchair. I need a blanket, Faust. It's chilly.
I'm like, oh, it's cold.
I go like, I like it on my lap. Nice comfort, Faust. I should do that on this show. We're going to pan down. I keep on my lap a nice blanket. And I'm like, well, okay. And it's somber. They're about to say they're about to quit. We're going to quit. Maybe we don't have what it takes. We get our asses weak.
They're all serious. They underestimated the Viking Raiders. They burned their legacy. Maybe they're done.
And Vikings then show up going, bullshit. We send you off. This is pathetic. We send you off in a beautiful Viking ceremony. Motherfucker.
Beautiful.
I can't stand them, Faust. Oh, they got heat with me, Faust. So they get to the ring and they corner Wood. And they're like, hey, man, easy. What the fuck? You can't give us a couple of seconds. Fuck you. We're going to kill you. Come on. They wheel Woods to the corner. He beg off. No. And so they go, all right, well, fuck this guy. This is one time like when me and Plebeian Pat were jumped once, Faust. We were jumped a couple times, actually, but not fully. Like we were chased. Nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
And I was pissing on a slide in a playground. And it was one of those tube slides. So I was the top of the slide and I was pissing down the slide.
So you're making a water slide.
Thank you, Faust. I was waiting for you to go down. And so you just see the piss coming out of the cracks of the thing, like because it's separated. So you see it pouring out. And I'm just into it, right? So you're all the way in, so you don't see your dick, nothing, right? Car pulls up, woof, like real quick and goes, what are you doing, pissing on a kid's slides? And And we're like, what? It was out of fucking nowhere. And it was like, we were in middle school.
Spidey senses went off, and all of a sudden the new danger.
I'm like, were they in the corner watching from behind a bush? I don't know what the fuck. So they come in the prelude, Faust.
Watching in the bush.
The Honda Civic rolls up in the 90s. And I'm like, I'm on top of the thing, Pat's on the bottom. And they go, oh, and they start to walk over, and there's like a fence to get it. And like, and they start walking over. And I laugh. Like, yeah, I'm pissing on the fucking slide. And I turn, and Pat's a half mile gone. He's running. And I go, fuck. So I jump off this fucking playground slide, and I'm fucking now running. And I'm running. And it's a school. So there's now a fence that's not that high, but it's a good height. And I'm hurdling this fucking fence. I have no time to stop and throw your hands on it and flip over it. It's not high enough where you got to climb it. You would hand it and flip over it. And I'm timing it.
What's that thing in gymnastics? The tumble horse? What is that called?
Yeah, what is that? Is that not the tumble horse? But it's the parallel horse or something
like that.
So I'm looking at it,
over, throwing your legs off.
And I'm getting Jordan. I'm like, I'm going to where I'm jumping. Foot's going on top of this fucking fence, and I'm continuing on jumping over it. And I'm watching it, and I go, and I miss it by that much. And I kick it, and I go face fucking first down. And I go flying. And so I go face first to the fucking ground. Like belly flop kind of, bah. And I hit the fucking ground. And I know they're right behind me. And this is the genius that is me, though, Faust. I know they're right behind me. So what I do is I lay on that floor, and you would think someone shot me. Oh, my fucking stomach. Ah, I'm screaming like I'm dead. And they're standing around me. So Scorsese ain't got shit on my acting, Faust. My stomach. And they all fucking look at me. I remember they went, oh, this guy's fucked up enough. Let's go get the other guy. And they fucking take off after Pat. And I sit there, and I look out, and I fucking run to a house across the street, like, fuck yeah. And I run to the house, and then I see them come flying back around as I'm crossing the street. So as I'm running across the street, I start to limp and hold my belly. Oh. And then I see Pat coming with a group of guys from the playground with bats. Oh. Everyone's coming, chasing them now. It's fuck you. All the adults who were playing basketball on the court are like, oh, you want to play? And but I remember Pat ran away with a bat in his hand. That's what I remember most, because we were playing baseball. Like, you ran with a. I told you, it's like 7th grade, 7th or 8th.
Oh, okay.
And so that was my. This is this Faust. So no, beg off, and then me some motherfucker. So this is what happens here, Faust. That's our side note.
How did we get to this?
So now he pulls off the blanket where you say, okay, and this is why they have a blanket, and he pulls out the kendo sticks from his like walking boot first, double sticks. And what's funny is Kofi's begging on the floor, no, and from behind he gets tossed the kendo stick. And you motherfuckers wear them out, right? As meanwhile they had shields, so. I should have used shield instead. Should have kept it on you. So I start thinking, here's my logical shit, always. And I ruin everything because I try to get logical with things. How did they get in the fucking ring without noticing that they had the crowd? Oh. Thank you, Faust. They needed a crane because he's got to get up. If it's in his boot, is he then holding that fucking like blanket like a fool against himself as he's getting in? And how you can't bend your leg to get in the ring. There's a lot of problems. Or do they say, fuck it, it's alive, who cares?
It's during the commercial.
And you go like this, yes, fucking go like that. Fuck it, and do that. That's the only fucking, I think that's your only way you're fucking getting this done. So that's what I think is going on. We get the spray paint, Faust. This isn't like the Hogan meme where it says N-I. Faust, it looks like a fucking Crayola fucking marker was on
that's what I wrote.
It's
like
thin and water. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is not spray paint. It's really bad, and it's runny. It's shit. It's almost like it's wipe away water ink.
like you said, it was skinny, so it didn't look
very
like,
skinny. It wasn't a spray
like-
for shit.
Yeah, 'cause
it was
if
a
you're
hose of
If
water.
you're holding the spray paint that close, you would get it would drip. too.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is a wreck. Hit Row shows up and says, oh, we'll have a match next week, which, you know, we got them doing a double taping, which I'm never happy about. So next week was last week.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, because they're traveling.
Yeah,
I didn't even
so it's
know
already
that.
done. Whoever knows.
I wonder if they
don't-
didn't want to use real spray paint because they were like,
It's a real
"We're not
truck.
Sure if we could wipe. Yeah.
Well,
And
that's
they
what I
said, "Let's-
assume. They can't, you know,
Let's use some fucking Crayola washable markers.
get your kids writing on the fucking thing. So, okay, they say, oh, next week we're going to do that, and that's not our fucking bus. And the Street Profits come out of this, but this is...
So the Street Profits were bumping Hit Row.
Yeah, they were way into Hit Row. That's their shit, Fox.
Man, this thing's a banger.
Sammy is in the back with the Usos. Again, still, Jay's pissed off because Sammy talked shit on him last week. You fucking talk about me to my family. You know, sorry. Okay. Package of Drew again. And they actually make you think he has a chance, though. Like, they're really trying to build this
Right.
like he's going to do something. I can't believe, like, JD from New York, I saw that he wrote a few weeks back. He was like, just an opinion, Drew wins at Clash at the Castle and, like, some other things or something, right? And I was like, I want to reply back and go, you're out of your mind. But like you said, it's your opinion. Go crazy.
Right.
But I'm like, yeah, no. I mean, it's good in theory because it's their fucking area. It's like from there, so whatever.
That would be his
And so-
makeup for WrestleMania, winning the title in the fucking
Yeah, empty.
Thunderdome.
Poor bad. I mean, what
It wasn't even the
disaster.
Thunder. Was that the
No.
that wasn't even Thunderdome.
Nope. That was empty.
the
The
PC.
biggest, the one big fan. That was the one. That was
Yeah,
the
that's
one
right.
big fan. And it makes you think you have a chance until you remember. Oh yeah, Karrion Kross has an issue with him.
Right.
That's what's
Yeah.
going down. Drew versus Sami Zayn. There's a big inflatable Ozzy at the arena. Apparently, that's what they're showing now. I'm like, okay.
They're plugging his new album. Like, he still makes music and he can barely talk. It's amazing. What
You
they
know,
can do.
but it's like when you can't understand British people and they sing and it's in U.S.
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
it speaks like us.
Did you catch the commercial for what's coming up on Fox tomorrow? Tomorrow meetings last Saturday.
No, maybe I did, but no.
They ran a promo for the alllllll College Football Classic.
Thank you.
Nebraska versus Northwestern from
Which I
Ireland.
watched because
Oh,
I was.
you did?
Well, it's Northwestern was in there first. I have to root for Northwestern.
Okay.
Illinois,
so
Northwestern.
college football, they go to fucking Europe now too?
No, well now, yes, that's the new let's fuck around thing.
All right, let's bring all these kids to Ireland. All right, that's cool. Now, if this was a real Lingus college football classic, who would the two teams be? Would it have to be like Illinois
And what, Cal? Or you like
I'd
Stanford?
probably say Stanford.
You go Stanford.
My
Which-
name's in the university name, so
Oh,
I'd go
is
Stanford.
it?
Leland Stanford.
Is it?
Stanford's
I
first
never
name.
knew that. That's what it is. Oh
You know, as a
shit!
little kid, I had a fucking.
You're all proud of
sweatshirt.
yourself.
Leland Stanford University.
I mean, that's for the.
I mean,
look at the
Fauci
big brains
Stanford, Excuse me.
Look at the big brains on the Stanford kids. That's what they are, you know. Oh, you hear that, Faust? They're knocking around. That's the tile people knocking around.
Oh, I'm breaking shit.
Yeah. So they say, okay, here's a few things before the match happens. Next week, Viking rules falls anywhere, and I go, that's Viking rules. I love these stupid.
Which
Faust, they
means
should have a stupid.
there are
wooden-
no rules.
Yeah. Thank you.
So what makes this difference between this and Extreme Rules, No Holds
No.
Barred,
How about no
Street
rules?
Fight?
Yeah. No holds barred. No DQ. They should
then
have a
Pat
wooden
says-
wooden boat or something. Fucking.
Well, Pat says no one's allowed to shower before the match.
That's all. Yeah, he goes straight to that shower shit. Sammy then they say Sammy tweeted happy birthday to Jimmy, but not Jay. I was getting around to it. I wanted to give him his separate birthday wish. Usos show up, but Drew wins, of course. Sammy can't get this done. After the match, then Roman comes in. And the Usos, they all jump Drew and beat the shit out of him with the kendo sticks and spear and put the chair around his neck and sit down. Faust, this is where I start to have a panic. I go, oh my God, I'd be trapped with the fuck. Oh, fuck. And I'd have to sit there and go, fuck, I have to wait until they're done with this recording. And I panic. I panic. And you
You
go,
see
if it's
Pat-
too much on my neck, because he's like, he had to turn his head to make sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, fuck, man. It goes into the mat a little bit. Shit. You could have a problem here. Be like, give him the office, squeeze his legs and shit, you know? Like,
Hey, man.
shit, get off me. So, but
Did you notice when
afterwards,
they were
then Sammy with the finger up in the
Oh,
background.
so good.
Fantastic, Faust.
I was gonna say when they were fighting by the announce table, I don't know if you noticed, Pat got his headset knocked off. You see
Oh.
him looking around, and he's like,
You look like me
Trying
half
to
the time when my shit falls off my head while we're recording.
well, he had it, but then like the cord was stuck, so he's like trying to get it loose so he could put it on.
Oh, that's funny.
But
All
yeah,
right.
the Sammy and the Bloodline's like my favorite thing right now.
It really, yeah.
love it.
All right, we're going over to the patreon.com/Lingus Mafia side to finish this and get on to Raw, which is real fun too. So join us over there. It's a whole $5, and on Thursday, Faust, we're having that drawing, like you said, because it is a new month. So if you are signed on, nothing to do. You will be in the drawing. If you have not signed up, get in, and you will be in the drawing to win signed merch by WWE or WWF, WWE or F, and AEW, by
And
the way.
AEW.
Yeah, and it's your
Technically,
choice.
There's WWF stuff in there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, demolitions in there and everything. So you pick. It's not just this is what you get. We will give you a list of what to pick from, and it is on our Twitter too. It's the pinned tweet. You can see a lot of the stuff there, and also TikTok, Twitter, IG. It's all there. Everything's under Lingus Mafia. So we will see you over there. Until next time. This is Cav Manning from the Lingus Mafia podcast and host of the Wrestlingus Show. Why would you listen to the same old run-of-the-mill wrestling review show? Instead, listen to the Wrestlingus Show. We bust balls and say what you're thinking. Black shows up and spooges in Julia's face. I don't know why she's
COVID
freaked
in her
out.
face.
You know this is old hat.
And that was a light one compared to what she's
was.
probably used.
Yeah. We dove deep into Aaliyah's debut. She pukes all over her tits.
Like she spit up a bowl of soup or something, tomato soup.
What should Dewdrop's flying crossbody be called? Beware of the hog splash. Go to patreon.com/Lingus Mafia and sign up for as little as $5. To find out where to listen to some of these shows for free, go to Twitter @Lingus Mafia.